right, so this week, what we're going to begin doing is creating our own perspective rooms in Google Slides. So I know I've been showing a lot of my different Bitmoji classrooms and my lessons, etc. on here. You guys can create your own bedroom, or you can create a park or something that inspires you. And what you need to keep in mind is I want to make sure that you have something that's in the background, the middle ground, and the foreground to help us with perspective. So obviously in the background, you'll notice I have a background wall. I have things on my shelf. In the middle ground, you've got my desk and maybe the rug. And in the foreground, something that's closest to us is myself right here, my Bitmoji. So we're going to work on a few of these different things. Before we make our room, the first thing I want us to do is to take an image of ourselves and then remove the background. Picture. So on your Chromebooks, you're going to notice that at the very bottom where your bars are, your toolbar is, you're going to notice that you have your Chrome, but then you also have a camera. So I want you to click on that camera icon. It's going to pop open just like we do for Artsonia. And it's going to have you take a picture. There'll be a little circle there, so you'll click on that circle. And once you have taken that picture, I want you to close out, which means there's a little X in the top right corner. Close out of that, and now you'll be back at this screen. Once you're here, what I want you to do is type in this address, remove.bg, and then hit enter. So once you are here, I want you to leave your Chromebook open and wait for the next direction. Now that all of us have come to this, we've taken our photos of ourselves on our Chromebooks, and we are now at this website. It prompts you right here to upload an image. When you click it, everything pops up again. You can go to Recents, and I will click on my image that I want to bring up. So here is my image. I'm going to click Open. And it automatically removes the background, which is really fun. So here it removed all of it, except for a yellow pillow that is here. So I might want to edit this. What's nice is when I edit this, and it's kind of funny, it gives you different background options if you want. We're not going to do that. I will use my eraser tool right here. And I'm just going to kind of try to go in and erase some of these things. And there we go. Okay. Once I'm done, I'll say okay, and it's going to ask me to download the image. There we go. You'll notice in what I have shared with you is on the second slide here, I have some images that you can use. So here is a Chromebook that you can already use. I have markers, a glue stick. You don't have to use these items. I have light bulbs too. But I want to show you how to find these images. The most important thing about them is that they're clear. So that way I can put it behind something. I can push with 2 fingers, and I can choose the order and bring it to the front. And that way, oops, I didn't bring the correct one to the front. There we go. You can put things in front of or behind other things. So, and you can always obviously resize. So this is something that does take quite some time, and I'll show you how to do that. First thing you want to do is go to Insert, and you're going to go to Image, and we're going to search the web. So these are all images that are licensed for us to be able to use. That's the nice thing that Google does for us, is they automatically have it filtered that way. So in Google Images, maybe I want to have a palm tree. I'm going to search up a palm tree, and I'm going to search up a palm tree PNG. And what that means, a PNG is something that has a transparent background. So that means that when I click on it, it doesn't have white behind it. It's clear. So it's not having, it will show the background through it, which is nice. So this, you can see that the computer is behind it. Whereas if it wasn't a PNG, this area all around it would be white and it would cover it. And we don't want to do that in our rooms. So now I've got a fun palm tree. When I want to find something else, I can search the web. And maybe this time I would like to find a puppy. Here are some cute little puppies, right? This one obviously has a lot of other stuff on here. This is a cute little guy. So I'm going to click on him. Sometimes they don't work and sometimes they do. Oh, see, he's transparent. I don't have anything in the background. That's a cute little puppy to use. So this is how you can find different things. And these are the ways that you're going to be adding it to your room. What I want us to work on first is we are going to have our slide. And I'm going to remove all of this here for you. We're going to have a blank slide. What I want you to do is choose a background first, a background image. So searching the web, maybe I want to have the ocean, right? I just would like an ocean scene. Keeping it nice and simple. But I kind of want to have a beach. So maybe I'll change it. Ocean scene with beach, right? Looks pretty. Ooh, I like this one, right? It's got a deck or dock. I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to insert it. Great. And I'm going to fit it so it fits on here really well. Like this. So now I have a background and it's really nice and simple. If I want to use a palm tree, I can click on my palm tree and I can copy it. Go back here and I can then paste it. So I could add in a palm tree in this scene here, right? I can also, I need to imagine this is where I would like to do all of my, sitting out here painting one day. So maybe I want to find an image of a canvas. Yeah, canvas PNG. This looks good. I like this one. Let's see if it's clear. It is. All right, so I'm going to put my art canvas here. I'm going to shrink it a little bit. Okay. So if I could be outside watching the different things, maybe I wish I could see some dolphins jumping in the background. So I'll go back here and I'm going to type in dolphins, PNG. That would be nice to see a cute little dolphin popping up to say hi, right? Here's a cute little guy. So now I don't want him on the deck, right? Right, that would just not be right. I want him over here saying hello to me. And what I'm going to do is this little thing here says format, and it can let me change it. So let's see here. That's not what I wanted. Rotation. So with rotation, I can flip it. So here he's changed his direction. And I might make him a little bit smaller. I can angle him a little bit more. And the next thing I'm going to do is push with 2 fingers, and I'm going to change the order, and I'm going to send him backwards. I'm going to do it again. Order, send him backwards. So now he's behind the tree, the palm tree. Oh, I'm doing the palm tree and not. So this is the one problem I do come across is sometimes, see, if I send it to the back, he's gone. He's behind this scene here. So a different trick that you could do is set this as your background and put things or pieces on here. But I want to bring this one forward. right? Okay, there's my little guy. And maybe have the palm tree back here. So it just takes playing. You got to play with it. You might have to move things around once you've got it there. So maybe this is not the best space for my dolphin. And that's something that I want you guys to practice and play with, is finding the right space for your dolphin. So maybe my dolphin looks rather large over here. I'm going to shrink him, and he's closer to saying hi this way. And I'll bring my palm tree here. So because my palm tree is supposed to be the closest to me, I need to make this larger, right? Here we go. Make it not look like it's floating here. And I'm going to grow it. So as you're building your room, you're just going to keep adding things in and seeing how it goes. Okay? Have things in the background. Things in the background are always smaller. Things that are in the middle ground are kind of in between. They're in the middle. So like here, the dolphin's small. This is in between. Things that are right up close to you, like this palm tree, should be rather large. So if I really wanted to, I could technically have it right here, but who has a short palm tree, right? So I can add in some other different things, and I will show you my finished product. All right, so you can see I started adding in a few extra features. I added in some lights, I added in a little beach chair, I put my Chromebook here, and now the last thing that we'll do for adding in our rooms is we're actually going to add in a picture of ourselves. And for me, I'm going to take a picture that I have of my daughters and put them sitting in a big beach chair, because I wouldn't be anywhere else without them, right? So I'm going to take us to that page and show us how to do that. Now that I have my image, as you can see, it's in my downloads down here. I'm going to go into my room, and there's two things. You can either drag it up and in, or you can click insert an image and you can upload it from your computer and do that same thing. Mine went to my downloads, and it's in here. So I would click that, or I can do recent. So now that I have my girls, I want to find something for them to sit on, and then my room will be done. So I'm going to insert an image, and I'm going to search the web for a beach chair again. And maybe I'm going to have both of them sitting on this one. This one looks like a fun one that they can both sit on. And I'm going to make it the right size that I'm looking for. Kind of play with it. Maybe make it a little bit more this way. And remember, the order of it is I'm going to send it backwards. And now it looks like my girls are sitting on a chair at the beach with me. So if I clicked present, you can see a lot bigger screen version of them sitting here, excited, while I'm going to paint at the beach with my Chromebook like that. So that's what I'm hoping you guys can do. And then I can show us how to animate it next. If you don't want to do like a beach scene and have one picture for your background, and you really would like to have a floor and a wall, what you can do is go into Insert an Image, and you're going to search the web for, so what you want to do is you want to go to Insert Image, search the web, and I already started this earlier, but you can start typing in wood floor PNG. Remember, that means or tells it that it's a transparent background. And these are some different floors that you can use. So you can pick and choose different ones that you really like. Do you want a wood floor? Do you want to not have a wood floor? Basketball court floor? It's up to you. So I can use this one. insert it, and I'm going to bring it down to the bottom half of my screen, as you can see, and I'm going to kind of angle it, like shrink it this way. So when I shrink it, now it looks like an actual floor. And now you can add in a wall. So I'm going to go back, search the web, and maybe I want to have a brick wall. So these are different brick walls that you can have, some fun, different, unique ones you can search. I mean, looking for images can be endless. It's up to you. So maybe I'll stick with this one here. But I don't know how I feel about the red. Maybe I want to choose a whitewash brick wall. All right, so another thing that you could do is you could type in like a window, and you can add in images like window to the beach. There's all these really cool images. Maybe I'm feeling window to snow. You can look up some of those. And sometimes they have some fun images like that. Maybe I want to use this one. So using this image, let's see here. I can drag it and make it the size that I want it to be. I kind of like having this little white trim here. And maybe outside in this window, which is my background, right? I can add in image of snowy mountains, right? A ski slope. Ooh, these look fun. So maybe outside my window is this fun activity here. And this looks like it would fit because it's a square. And I'm going to shrink this. So this is my next fun activity, right? And I'm going to send this order, send it to the back. There. So now it fits inside this window perfectly for me. If I don't like it, I can always shift it a little bit, right? And that had a nice see-through version here. So then I can add in other things. Maybe, because it's a ski room, I will add in some skis as my PNG to have in my room. Let's bring in these, right? I can lean these up against the wall. So just kind of make it however you would want to make it. And what tells me a little bit of a story about you. So just make sure you've got a background, you have a middle ground, and you have a foreground. And then we'll add in our pictures. Let's talk about making our GIF. So the first thing that we'll have to do is delete any of the slides that we don't want. So I'm going to delete these. And now I have my main slide that I would like. The next step that we will do is you're going to duplicate this. And we're going to duplicate it so you have 6 of them. So right now I have 2 of the same. And I'm going to keep duplicating until I have the number 6. All right, and one more. Perfect. So now I have 6 of the same slides. As I go through, nothing changes. I think for this one, I'm going to, obviously for the first one, you don't want to change anything. I'm going to leave everything on this page the same. For my second one, what I'm considering doing is I'm going to move my dolphin a little bit this way. And then I'm going to go to my number 3, and I'm going to move my dolphin this way. Okay. Number 4, I can take my dolphin and I can put my dolphin over this way and looking like it's diving down. I'll go to number 5. And maybe I only have his tail up this time. So I'm going to slide like this, and oops, I'm going to click it, and when I click it like this, I'm going to hide different things. So you can only see the dolphin's tail. And number 6, I'm going to have no dolphin, but I might have a big splash. So here I might insert a water splash. Water splash, PNG, like this. That might be fun. I'm going to insert it here. That looks pretty cool, right? And I'm going to put this behind them, but I might make it really big so that that dolphin made quite a big of a splash, which isn't, really would not happen, but I'm going to pretend it's like splashing over by them and they're like, whoa. So I'm going to send this backwards and send it backward again until it gets to where I want it to be. Make sure you're sending the correct image so that way you're not sending things that you don't want to send the wrong direction. This is where it gets a little tricky. So my computer, I'm going to bring this one order, bring it to the front. I'm going to click on this chair and order, I'm going to bring it forward. Now the splash is behind them. So you'll notice I'm going to go back up to number 1. And if I move my arrow down, you can see how I animated it, right? So it just keeps going. I can go back up to number 1. Here's my dolphin. It went backwards first. It's jumping. It splashes. Yay. So what we're going to do, and I might, because I don't like how this one, how I changed it this way. Maybe I'm going to make him big. And the dolphin is, whoo, that's really big, right? Maybe I'll make him moving this way. All right, so he kind of went up and down and splashed. The next thing that we're going to do is you're going to go to your add-ons, and you might need to download this Creator Studio. So you go to Get Add-ons, and you're going to type in Creator, and then it pops up, Creator Studio. And you want to install this. Mine says it's installed. Once you have it installed, you're going to then create a GIF or a GIF. And it's going to bring this up on the side. What I want to do is change the pixels to 1600. And my interval, I'm going to have it at half a second, which is 0.5. The pixels are the clarity of your image that you have. So the less the pixels, the less detailed it is. The more the pixels or the higher the pixels, the more detailed and crisp it looks. So think about, do you want to watch a TV that has really bad pixels where you're looking at kind of like a sandy, fuzzy screen? Or would you like to look at a high pixel TV that you can see everything as if you can touch it in real life and you're standing right there? So that's what we're doing when we play with the pixels. Put in 1600, and in between our slides, I want it for only a half a second. So a quick, not even counting to 1, it's half of a second. Then you want to do animated, and you're going to click go. What I want you to do next is you're going to go to preview in a new window and see if you like it. So here is my GIF of my dolphin jumping up and making a splash. Now this will be stored in your Google Drive. You'll be able to find it there under the name Perspective Room GIF. It will choose the name depending on whatever you have typed up. So if you want to rename it to your name, and do this again, what you can do is here I can type in Mrs. Holland's perspective room. Yeah, I didn't mean to delete all of that. Room GIF. Leave this the same. Click go. Once you're done, make sure you share with me on Google Classroom and Artsonia your GIF that you created. I can't wait to take a look and see what all of you did.